What's good, YouTube? It's your host, S.H.I.N.O, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. And you already know the drill. Like and subscribe. Let's rock. So, the Xbox brand has gone through a ton of changes in the past 2 years, going from a major first-party publisher to an even bigger third-party publisher, starting to focus less on hardware and more on engagement, and starting to look more into the PC market. And that's actually come with a couple of good things, one of them being this new handheld. But unfortunately, it might be cooked. So, the price of the Xbox handheld has finally been announced, and it's pretty safe to say that most gamers are not happy. Now, initially, the rumors stated that the prices of the console would be a lot cheaper, with the regular Ally being $549 and the upgraded X model being about $799 to $899. And when we look at how challenging things are for American citizens economically at the moment, it definitely would have been a better idea. Now, to be 100% fair, even though these handheld consoles are definitely on the pricier side of things, when it comes to actual hardware and microchips, these things are packing quite a punch and are definitely on a different level to something like the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. I mean, these things are pretty much portable PCs in the palm of your hand. So when it comes to playing AAA games, you should be able to play games that have already been out on the market and games which are coming out in the near enough future and be able to run them with no problem. Now, we all know that Microsoft are huge hype beasts. So when they announced the initial pre-orders, they had to also announce that they were all sold out already. But I'm so happy that the fans saw through that straight away and were like, hey, like, you probably only had 2 of these available for people to buy, because it doesn't make sense that, these consoles would be so expensive and have no hype surrounding them and sell out already. I mean, come on, guys, we're not stupid. Now, one of the major things holding this console back is that for all my Xbox gamers expecting to just be able to boot up their Xbox library, pretty much going to be in for a bad surprise, because that can't happen. Now, one of the really confusing things about this handheld is the fact that your Xbox console library will not transfer over. It is strictly a PC affair. Now, this is cool because you can still get Game Pass. So if you want to, jump on the rental service and have that huge library of games, that go for it. But the only games that will be available is the ones that are available on both Xbox and PC. So all of that whole library that we've been saving for years, everything that we've got available to us right now is not going to be accessible. And that is definitely one of the drawbacks of this, because with something like the Steam Deck, you can buy it, and the moment you log into your library, your account, your whole library is there. Everything is just there. Everything that you've bought over the years, all the games you've had are just right there, ready to play in the palm of your hand. And that was definitely one of the biggest factors and allures about the Steam Deck. And the Xbox Ally is just not picking up on any of that slack. One of the things which is really hilarious is the fact that Microsoft is just blatantly ripping off Steam's whole verification process on the Steam Deck and just putting it on its console. So long story short, if you're not sure if a game will run on a Steam Deck, Valve has basically integrated a really cool service that shows you on the Steam store if the game will work and stuff. And Microsoft just blatantly picked it and just ran with it, and it is just really annoying. Now, everything being said and done, it's going to be really interesting to see where the Xbox Ally fits in amongst all of the PC handhelds, the Steam Deck, the Legion Go, the MSI Claw, and even the Nintendo Switch. And with Sony having something on the horizon, it's going to be really awesome to see the war of the handhelds take place. And the fact that Microsoft jumped in before they did definitely gives them a strong foothold, because by the time Sony get their machine to market, this machine should be a lot more cheaper. It should have a lot more of the kinks worked out and should be actually a better platform overall. Now, one of the other things holding this back is the fact that, yes, it's not going to be a full console experience. I'm not gonna lie, I have the first ROG Ally, and Armory Crate, even though it's really cool, it doesn't even have a finger on Steam OS, and it feels really buggy to use. So hopefully the Xbox team have sorted that out, so when you get your hands on, you can just do everything and it responds the way you expect it to. Because yeah, the Armory Crate software is just bad, and I'm not gonna lie, with Microsoft Windows being involved and entwined, I can't imagine it being much better. But I'm not gonna lie, it's good to see Microsoft embracing hardware once again. This might actually be the future of Xbox hardware. See Microsoft doing more collaborations with hardware companies and whatnot. So if this goes well, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw ROG and Microsoft collaborate on the next Xbox console, which is what I reckon the next Xbox fully fledged hybrid, whatever they're calling it. I reckon it's going to be like, if it does come to fruition, I actually wouldn't be surprised if it was a collaboration with another hardware OEM manufacturer, like again, Asus or Alienware, or just another really good Chinese brand that can just bring Xbox up to that next level, give them something sleek, stylish, and just put it out on the market. I reckon that would be really cool, and it would be a safe investment for both companies. So, looking at this handheld as a business move, you can see that both Microsoft and Asus are taking a little bit less of a risk. They're each putting up a little bit of the money, so they're not going to lose anything if this doesn't fly off shelves. And yeah, I think since Xbox is having problems with hardware, this could actually be a really cool way of them still taking risks, keeping their foot in the game without the risk of things backfiring. And yeah, I like where this could go. So for me personally, where I am in the UK, this machine actually retails for a lot lower than in the US. 499 for the regular model and only 799 for the big beefy model. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the UK this actually picks up a dedicated fan base, maybe not of Xbox fans, but of PC tinkerers, because for the price, the hardware is actually kind of decent. And I can definitely see PC enthusiasts jumping on board once the price drops. And yeah, that's one of the things I would say. Now, if you are someone that is interested in this, I would say to kind of just wait, because when the last ROG Ally came out, it wasn't too long before Asus started slashing the prices due to lack of sales and whatnot. And yeah, as I said, I just don't see this being super popular right out of the gate. So I wouldn't be surprised if by November, December, we started seeing these for 100 to maybe 150, $200 off. My personal opinion. We've seen it happen before, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. So yeah, if you want to get one, and then that would seem like a better investment. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. Is this DOA? Do you want one? Me, I'm kind of okay on the whole thing, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, how about your boy? Sayonara.